NaNiwa.
As we can see, the pylon inside the main base, that's his choice of opening, choice of strategy to play out here. I'm going to ask the same question you asked me in the previous game where NaNiwa ended Jaedong's tournament. Do you think that it's going to be 4-gate into Stargate like we saw previous?
You know what? I think it is. I think that that is a solid opening. It gives him the option, as he showed us against Jaedong, he doesn't have to do it. If he doesn't feel it's right, he skips it. And he forces you to make a ton of lings. It was a great move against Jaedong, and I think it's one that's versatile enough that he could do it again.
I think a lot of NaNiwa's strategy has been revolving around timings, whether it be 2-base, can go longer. Leenock has demonstrated throughout this tournament that he doesn't lose to this kind of play. He is a very tightly defended Zerg player. He doesn't lose to these pushes. Do you think that NaNiwa will change his overall game plan, overall strategy against Leenock?
Well, we'll have to see. You know, over the course of the best of 5, I think we'll see a lot of that. You can see right now the two players so intensely looking at their screen. You can see NaNiwa actually bouncing quite a bit. He has such an adrenaline rush here. It's been a while since he's hit a huge finals like this. And, you know, there's a lot on the line in front of his countrymen that he so badly wants to win for.
He's competed in all but 2 Dreamhack tour stops since it begun in 2010. His highest result finish was a round of 8. He's in the grand final right here, going up against a 2-time MLG champion, a GSL finalist. This guy is incredible. Well, let's have a look at what's going on here. A second gas was just this second thrown down inside the base of NaNiwa.
Yeah, looks like he's playing a little bit different than some of the builds that we've seen. But, you know, this is still looking like what we saw against Jaedong overall. Mothership Core is going to give him a little bit more versatility.
All right, so the Mothership Core going to pop out here. As stated, we do have gas being mined with speed, being researched for the Zerglings. 3 drones still in gas. We'll see what this means. We've seen a lot of aggression from Leenock in the early stages. I'm not too sure what to make of these 3 workers still being in gas here, to be honest with you.
Well, you know what? I think he's going to go for quick overlord speed. It's something that Leenock has shown us he's really liked so far in Zerg vs. Protoss this weekend. And, you know, being able to scout exactly what NaNiwa's plans are, that's going to go a long way towards stopping them.
With this Stargate coming down inside the main base here, do you think it can be Oracle play like we saw previously from NaNiwa?
Yeah, I think it definitely can be. He did a great job with that before. And he did a great job with it against double hatch before pulling a ton of queens. So it could be even more powerful here.
Well, nothing's been used of this gas yet, and he's starting to stockpile quite a bit. I'm interested to see if he throws down an incredibly early double evolution chamber, make use of that gas he's banking up.
Wouldn't that be kind of cool to see?
We'll see.
He is making a lot of links. He could always do something a little bit crazy, but it looks like you're right, Apollo. Look at that. Really quick upgrade's going to be coming out.
And we know we've talked about it quite a few times already, but I want to go over it again here, is that one of the weaknesses of going for a gateway build is that the force just isn't there. But let's talk about this right now. This is a fake out from NaNiwa. It's not true. We've seen his build. We know there's a Stargate down, and Overlord is trying to find out as well. But he is forcing lings, but look, not that many.
Yeah, you know, Leenock a little bit too smart for that trick. He's already seen NaNiwa try things like this before. He is running some lings down, but that sentry gets into the hole in plenty of time.
And it's going to take a couple. He will force the force field down here, or is he? Well, NaNiwa's actually just going to take the hits and save the force field for later on there.
Well done.
The way that, if we look at that a little bit deeper there, why didn't NaNiwa use that force field? How has Leenock been playing some of his games super aggressive?
That's right.
If that force field had been used...
What if Leenock had gone for a mass ling bust there?
Exactly.
You know, the Phoenix is not going to be any use against that, so a good choice there. But the next lings come up and do force that force field. Another good move there by Leenock.
All right, once again, NaNiwa with these Phoenixes out here, he's killed an Overlord, but the main goal now is to find out what's going on. This is his scouting option. And as soon as he sees these double evolution chambers, he knows exactly what to do. That's what he said in the post-game interview versus Jaedong. As soon as he saw it, he knew exactly what he had to do. And despite having a major disadvantage in that game, was still able to pull it off. He hasn't spotted it yet, though.
Yeah, I don't think he's quite seen it. He may have caught a glimpse of one of the evolution chambers. Yeah, in fact, he did see one of them, but we'll see if he actually figures this out. I think he pretty much knows what's going on, but you know what could be interesting is if Leenock switches it up. Yeah, get some Zergling upgrades, but what if he goes for something like, oh, say, Aspire?
That would be a big twist in this story here. We'll have to see what he does with this layer as it completes. A couple of queens coming across, a couple of drones getting picked off here, and these phoenixes will fly away. There's 4 queens, a Spore Crawl, and Overlord will go down. He's going to fly past the double evolution chamber. He does see it now properly. And let's see how he's going to play this. Do you think that he's going to try and... Well, actually, a couple more drone kills there. I was going to say, do you think that he's going to try and play out what he initially intended against Jaedong? Take that third, slow it down.
Absolutely. I think we are going to see exactly that. In fact, he's already started that robotics bay. Going to grab a quick observer as well. And Leenock already going into the infestation pit.
That's a really fast infestation pit here. He's going to be able to hit the super fast hive. We'll see how NaNiwa's going to approach this. Look like he's going to try and clean out his third so he can take that momentarily here. Remember, this is a best of 5. It's a big difference between a best of 3, the mentality, the length of it.
And, you know, that means that we can see even more mind games because we already saw so many in that last match between Jaedong and NaNiwa just going back and forth with their strategies and trying to trick each other. That's going to come to a whole new level. Oh! A huge run by, a big mistake there by NaNiwa.
And this is not good at all. He's got all his units on the other side of the wall there.
Well, you know, he does warp in quite a few Zealots, so that will help out, and throws down the Nexus Cannon.
This is slowing him down a little bit, though. There's, of course, that energy used on the main Nexus instead of on the third, potentially, once that's up. And more Lings are being made here by Leenock.
That's right, the Lings do run by there and go back into Nexus Cannon range. Going to run out. Not sure that they're going to do too much more.
Well, he picks off this cannon, probably going to go down to the mineral line. Shouldn't be able to get too many probe kills here, gets a couple. But another Nexus Cannon is there, and he will take that down. Third base is down by NaNiwa. Can't afford to lose it like he did against Jaedong.
Well, the one thing we can say about that is that he certainly made him use up all the energy on that mothership core. Now, the Zergling's trying to come over to force a cancel. Doesn't look like it's going to work, but he might get some sentries. 2 sentries going down. All the force fields being used up as well.
Doesn't want to lose that other one. Doesn't quite lose that. So how do you rate NaNiwa? How's he doing in this game so far?
He's not doing perfectly. You know, he has definitely made a few mistakes. He's lost a few very crucial sentries in there as well. But he's still okay.
He's about to lose a couple of Phoenixes here if he's not careful. Does pick up the Infester and will get a kill there without losing a single Phoenix.
Well done by NaNiwa.
Well, now's the time for the Ultralisk Cavern to come down. And there it is, placed in the main base. 2-2 about to finish as well. Not that much gas for Leenock, considering he is only on 3 bases. It's going to be kind of hard-pressed to upgrade his Ultralisk if he wants to start to build them immediately here, which will give NaNiwa a bit of breathing room.
And NaNiwa's starting to move out a little bit. With the Colossus and all these Zealots, he's pretty good against Lings. And in fact, with that base there, hold on, the Zergling's going for a counterattack, but Zealots being warped in.
NaNiwa, is he going to move forward? I think he wants he's got his eyes potentially on that 4th base. No, he is going to come back as the Zealots that got warped in were not enough against these 2-2 Lings. Going to use his Phoenix energy. He's going to pick up quite a few here. A loss of mining time, unfortunately, but not too many probes. Lost a couple here and there. But more importantly, that he wasn't able to snipe that 4th, which I'm pretty sure he was intended to do so.
Yeah. Well, the Twilight Council is on the way, so we'll probably see a Templar Archives coming up pretty soon here for some Archons. Ultralisks are in production as well as 3-3, and I'm a little bit scared for NaNiwa because his upgrades are quite far behind. He doesn't quite have 1-1 yet.
So, I mean, this is almost identical to the game versus Jaedong. Is NaNiwa further behind in this situation than he was versus Jaedong? Or is he, I don't know, it's hard to call.
I feel like it's pretty close, but I think I like where Leenock is at a bit more. He wasn't forced into as many Lings as Jaedong was, so I think his economy is just a little bit more robust.
Well, the Templar Archives is going to finish. He needs to start focusing. He's got a lot of gas, Altos. It's 1,500 gas.
Wow,
that's
that is a lot of
Archons.
Archons. Oh my god, if he can get those in before the next attack, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. And look at that, a pylon wall That's so good against melee units. They're going to have to run all the way around that.
All right, well, it looks like these lanes are broken the natural here. And, oh, Leenock on the minimap is starting to make an assault here. The Archons aren't in this game yet. They're about to be morphed in. Where's the Photon Overcharge? There it is on the Nexus. Is NaNiwa going to be able to pull off another hold in the same location?
I think he's going to hold right here for now very, very well. A lot of Zerglings going down. The Queen's kind of lagging behind these couple of Ultralisks, but it looks like they could break into this base.
Well, this is a bit of a different approach here by Leenock, going down to the natural. These Queens are left alone. One Archon, oh, well, a couple of Archons going to target down this Ultralisk. It does fall.
And look at this, those Zerglings being shredded so quickly by the two Colossi. A fungal growth does go down, but the Archon's doing some huge damage along with that Immortal.
Oh, those Queens are just keep on transfusing that Ultralisk, keeping it alive here, and it is doing a lot of damage. Oh my god, so much energy on those Queens, and he's trying to target them down to lower that.
And look at that, the Queens look like they are going to go down, Apollo. In the meantime, look at that Warpin trapping the Ultralisk. A beautiful move by NaNiwa.
He does lose one Colossus, but he keeps his third for now. He needs to keep this third alive. It's so important, and Leenock is going to bring it down here. That's a big, big win there for Leenock, pulling that third base down. That will limit the income for NaNiwa, who is down to 112 supply to 151. That was so important to keep that alive.
There are a lot more Ultras coming in, forcing a cancel right away as well. These Zerglings hitting those Immortals, such a big move. The Archon not in quite yet, and I think he may be overwhelmed now.
Yeah, GG. Leenock takes map number 1 of this best of 5. NaNiwa not quite able to hold that same position like he did versus Jaedong.